Blog Talk Radio. Hi, everybody, wherever you are, all around the globe, and welcome to another Soul Sister Show with host Sue and myself, Anne. And today we have Thursday, January 21st, 2021. So time is going fast, like it always does, right? And we are a live call-in show, so you can call in at 213-943-3587. 213-943-3587. International callers dial +1 before the number, and this is the number to go that goes to all our shows. So you can write it down: +1 213-943-3587. And you can call in for questions or talk with us or get a free mini reading live on air. It's important that you press 1 if you want to talk with us live on the show, because sometimes we do see people on the board. We have many waiting in the queue, but if you didn't press 1, we're not going to bring you on, and that's out of courtesy to you. So we want you to press 1 if you want to talk with us live on the show. Or why not listen live and text chat with us during our shows at scrollsofthesoul.com/live. scrollsofthesoul.com/live. And I'm Anne, coming to you live from Rhodes in Greece. On today's show, we will talk about numerology and angel numbers, plus your calls for questions and free mini readings, or just chatting with you on the phone or in the chat room. And we'd love to talk to you, so why not call in at 213-943-3587. 213-943-3587. International callers dial +1 before the number. And we are live call-in worldwide radio, broadcasting today from Arizona in the U.S. and Rhodes in Greece. And as I mentioned, on today's show, we will talk about numerology and angel numbers. And of course, we just love to talk to you. So call in at 213-943-3587. 213-943-3587. Or why not join us in the chat room at scrollsofthesoul.com/live. scrollsofthesoul.com/live. And if you haven't listened to us before, we are the show that discusses the Akashic Records, soul realignment, healing modalities in general, and we are absolute passionate about talking about any and all spiritual topics, basically. And we are always a live calling worldwide radio, so you are very welcome to call in at 213-943-3587. International callers dial +1 213-943-3587. And if you want to talk with us live on the show, calling in, remember to press 1. That's very important. And we are very proud to present that we have listeners in 27 countries all over the globe. Isn't that fascinating? It's absolutely honorable for me, and it's blowing my mind. So thank you so much, everyone. And you can find us on YouTube. You just search for Scrolls of the Soul Radio directly on YouTube and subscribe and like our videos. Now let me bring on my co-host for Soul Sisters, Sue, all the way from a good temperature, Arizona. Hi, Sue. How are you?
Yeah, yeah, it's a good temperature. Actually, we had rain today, which we were kind of expecting. Yeah, yeah, but it's not too bad out. It's actually pretty decent outside. We've been having our cool weather here, but can't complain. A little rain isn't going to kill us. We could use it here in the desert.
I know. Here in the island, on an island too, we could use some rain. We actually had some rain here, and we had some cold nights. Cold to be here. It very rarely goes under 10 degrees Celsius here, even at nighttime. But we had 5 one morning, and that was cold. I
Wow.
can tell you, that was cold.
I bet.
So, everybody, we are soon going to start to talk about our topic for today, numerology and angel numbers. And now is a great time to get your spot in the queue. Call in at 213-943-3587. 213-943-3587. International callers dial +1 before the number, and you can call in for questions, to chat with us, or why not get a free mini reading live on air. Press 1 to talk with us live on the show, or why not listen live and text chat with us as well during the show at scrollsofthesoul.com/live. scrollsofthesoul.com/live. And if you'd like to connect with me, Anne, or Sue for a personal paid reading, you can find us at scrollsofthesoul.com/Sue or scrollsofthesoul.com/N. And of course, there are a lot of things to find out about our radio, so go to scrollsofthesoul.com and read more about our radio channel. And once again, guys, so join us live on air, calling at 213-943-3587. International callers dial +1 213-943-3587 and press 1 to talk with us live on the show, or join us in the chat room at scrollsofthesoul.com/live. And as usual, before we continue with the show, I know that my beautiful Sissy in Arizona wants to remind us what last show was all about.
Last week we had on a guest, a special guest, Sue Broom. She's here in Arizona, and she's pretty awesome. She's got a lot to add. I know we talked about making your world brighter and a place to shine your light. So that was an interesting show. We hadn't had her on in almost 2 years from what Sue had said. I tend to think it was maybe a year, but Sue said it was about 2 years.
2 years.
She's an excellent guest, and if you didn't get a chance to listen, you can go to scrollsofthesoul.com/pass and listen to our show with Sue. I was just trying to. We ended up talking about so many different areas, last week, like we usually dive into. It's never just the topic, It always turns out to be something else. So
and actually,
awesome.
our general topic was make the world a brighter place, shine your light. And Sue, she's a very gifted healer and spiritual teacher, and also international best-selling author. So she shared a lot of spiritual ways of seeing things, perceptions and insights, and all of that good stuff.
Yeah.
Because it's not like everything is going to fall into our lap. That's not going to happen. So we are in charge of ourselves, and that's basically the meaning. And if you want to find Sue, you can find her at SueBroom.com. Sue Broom with BROOME.com. Okay?
She's also got a Facebook too, right? Her Empowerment for You. So if you're on Facebook,
Yes.
You just have to look empowerment, the number 4, you. So
Yes.
I think she's on a couple different platforms, possibly. I think she does YouTube, right, as well.
Yes.
Yeah.
She does.
Sue Broom's YouTube. Yep.
And
Okay.
actually, if you go to here's the good news. If you go to Scrolls of the Soul Radio on YouTube, I actually, because I feature those of our guests that actually have we feature who have a YouTube channel by themselves. So it's just like we put them there so they can find the link to Sue Broom's
Right. Yeah.
YouTube.
Okay, so like Ann said, and you guys can go to scrollsofthesoul.com/past to listen into that one if you weren't here last week. Before I get started on today's topic, however, I always try to pull a card for those in the audience as well as Ann and myself. And today I got an interesting one. It is Spirit Messages from John Holland. And this one is take a moment. Stop. Now is not the time to rush into the decisions you're about to make. Before this important decision is made, take a moment and pause and quiet your mind so that you can ask your soul for guidance before you act or move forward, which I think is a really good card, is take that step back, observe, think, quiet yourself before jumping into something. I think that's a really, really good card. So,
Yeah.
Ann, did you pull any or no?
No, but I can pull one right now. I'm putting
Sure.
one. Don't ask me the deck. It's an archangel deck. That's what I remember. I just kind of hide the boxes somewhere. And this is a very good one. I have Archangel Ariel. I haven't worked myself personally so much with Archangel Ariel, but she's coming with prosperity. And she says that your material needs are provided as you follow your intuition and manifest your dreams into reality. So basically, she's telling us to trust that we will be provided for, and we are the co-creators as well. So when we have trust and we feel that trust within, nothing can actually be bad or go wrong for us.
Right.
That's my sense of this card. That's a wonderful card. Yeah. We need that right now.
Very much so. We sure do. Okay, are you ready to move into some numbers I've gathered, and we can kind of give the audience the interpretation of those numbers?
Yes.
Okay, so the first one I picked was 01202021.
Yes. So just give me a little bit here. And I said that was number 8, right?
Yeah.
If you count down all the numbers. And number 8, you can see there are so many great things. This is numerology, and of course it adds up to angel numbers too. But a number 8, because we had cycles from 1 to 9, right, in numerology. Mm-hmm. And that means that we are approaching the final thing. We are approaching closing the circle. So the number 8 is like the time for manifesting, for feeling that you have some power, for material things, for practical things, even for world transformation. Isn't that interesting? And that's
right.
If I caught that right, is that the date for the day? No, it's not. It's another day. That was yesterday.
Yep.
Okay.
Yesterday.
So it's interesting because it feels like we are in the time of transformation, and even if it feels sometimes really difficult to understand what's going on because it's a little bit unreal for many people,
Right.
There's a good energy anyway with that number. And today's number for today, I mean 21st of January 2021, that's the number 9. So this day today also is like coming full circle. It's coming to the end of a phase, so to speak, in the numerology and angelic numbers sense.
Right.
So that's a good thing. So of course we are continuously going into cycles, but the year 2021, last year 2020 was the year with the number 4, and the number 4 is like you build the foundation for something. It's like
Right.
the square, having all the walls up, having everything kind of the foundation set, so you can continue to build upon that. And now this year we are number 5, so we are continuing to build. That's a little bit interesting, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, it is. Now 9 also is because that would be for today, right? The full date
Yes.
would be 9. The humanitarian and charitable and religious aspects
Yeah.
as well. Okay.
Yeah.
And then being called on a mission, the higher self, mysticism, so to
Faith.
speak. Yep, faith.
Having faith.
Yeah, faith in mankind. That's a
Yes.
strong one. And
That's a very
optimism
strong one.
as well. Yeah, optimism isn't always easy to have, so to speak. Sorry for background noise, guys. I've got a house phone ringing. Apologize for that.
But here's one other thing. This number, the number 9, is also a very spiritual number also, and the one that is closing the circle. So this is also about karma. But karma, sometimes we have a tendency to think of karma as something negative. It's not negative.
Right.
Karma is just a response to our choices and actions,
Yeah.
And then even before we take action, we made a choice to do that. So choices and consequences, that is what karma is basically. So we always are in full power in our personal life to be the creator and do and adjust if we sense that we see something coming back to us. And walking the spiritual path many times also can mean that, you can feel that there's instant karma. It just does not feel fair sometimes. But it's about intention. It's about choices and consequences. So it's only a response. And we can actually change that anytime. When it comes to things outside of us, we don't have control over everything. But we can still do our little part to try to shine our light, like we talked with Sue last week.
Right. Yep, you are correct. Okay, so the next set of numbers I got here was 228643.
Okay, that is number 7. 7 is interesting too. That's a spiritual number, right? That's a very spiritual number, and it's something that some people feel is a sacred number somehow. It's the number of. It's very practical in matter, but also very mystical. So the practical part and the logical part of the number 7 is to be thinking, to be connected to science, to be learning, education, study, the written word, logic. But also, on the other hand, the direct opposite thing, like myth, secrets, alchemy, religion, ritual, understanding, and a lot of things, and even the collective consciousness. So that's kind of interesting, isn't it?
Yeah, that one's intriguing to me, that 7 is the collective consciousness, that I find interesting, because I don't think that only applies to that number, if I'm correct, the collective consciousness, I believe. So yeah,
Yeah,
7 is a
I
very,
think so.
very powerful number. And it's like the number you
Yes.
see when you're at a casino and you're playing slot machines. You tend to be drawn to the 7s.
And you actually have the life path number 7, right?
Right.
So you're very
Yep.
mystical, very logic also.
not always, but I try to be. And then yours wasn't yours number 1? Top of my
No,
head,
number 4. I'm
4?
the builder, the continuous
That's
builder,
right.
that actually is so spot on for me. I've been building and fixing and doing things all my life. I do create things.
Yeah, that you do.
All the time.
Okay, the next set of numbers I've got is 4, 6, 0, 7, 3, 7.
Yeah. You know, it's very interesting because we have a set of numbers that you collected for us.
Mm-hmm.
And they are we have 1 8, we have 3 7s, 1 9, and 1 11. So basically odd numbers and very spiritual numbers, except for the 8 one. But that's also a good number. And this number you said right now, that adds up to number 9. Yeah. So that's intriguing too. And it adds up with today's number, right? So the number 9.
Oh, yeah.
Isn't that interesting?
Oh, yeah, huh?
Mm-hmm. So, you know, when we have more than one thing that's connected, that specific number obviously will be more connected to today's number because it's also 9, right?
Right.
So that's very interesting.
Yeah.
Giving it kind of a double strength in that sense.
Mm-hmm. No, I agree. Yep. Because that is the higher self, so to speak. So that is quite interesting. Well, let me give you let's do the one that ends with 11 then, the 8786, right? So those are the master numbers.
Yes. Right. So in numerology, because now we're talking about numerology, and we can actually bring that up also when it comes to angel numbers, because numerology has from number 1 to number 9, right? And then so we count the numbers, so we end up with a single digit, except for when we find master numbers. And the master numbers are 11, 22, 33, and so on, right?
Right.
I think that people usually use 11 and 22, maybe. So we stop counting. But of course, there's an energy. 1 plus 1 is 2. So there's also an energy of number 2 in there.
Oh, yeah.
But the number 11 is it's very, very, very symbolic and spiritual. It's the master teacher. It's connected to art, symbols, expression, dreams, alternate consciousness, mysticism. It's inspirational, it's enlightening. And people with this number, for instance, if you have that in your numerology chart somehow, somewhere, it's going to be very special for you. It's like you came here to be the spiritual speaker, to really delve into that. And yes, it's very intriguing. And I'm actually going to see what I find here when it comes to. I'm going to post in our chat room to a wonderful page. We always advertise this for you, and it's Angel Numbers, Joanne's Sacred Scribes. So we give you the link in the chat room, and the number 11, because what she's saying here, angel number 11 brings a message from your angels to pay special attention to your thoughts and ideas, as these are revealing the answers to your prayers. And you can sense that also, like the number 1 as a start, number 2 coming a little bit, because it's also, of course, connected to number 1, because there are 2 ones here, right?
Right.
And like 111, when it comes to angel numbers, you have experienced for yourself that it's like a portal opening up, right?
A door. It's 2 doors, kind of like French doors that open up. 1-1.
Okay.
That's what I was told. It's a doorway, a gateway.
Yeah. Okay. Wonderful. So when it comes to, I'm going to continue here to read from Joanne's Sacred Scribes page.
Okay.
Your positive affirmations and optimistic attitude will manifest your desires and help you to achieve your goals and aspirations, and they will also assist you upon your spiritual life purpose and soul mission. So it's a master number, and you can say it's an angelic master number, the karmic master number, but it's strong. It's very, very strong, like all master numbers. So it's very connected to spirituality. And of course, you can say that if we combine it with your experience with the doors, it's like being in the beginning and standing just in front of these doors, waiting to see some messages and being given guidance, if you think of it as an angel number. Make sense?
Yeah, right. It's the opening of something, a gateway, a pathway, a porthole. That's what I was guided to with that specific number. And remember, I kept telling you I've been seeing that for years, not knowing why, and of course many other numbers as well. But what's odd is once I heard that about it being the doorway, the gateway, the opening of something, something's coming through, kind of like a message would be coming, that I stopped seeing it as often. That was really weird. So I'm not seeing it as often as I used to, which was all the time. So it's like, okay, now I understood what the message is. It's about like a gateway or a porthole or doorway type of thing. So that's been interesting. I also wanted to bring up something too, because Joanne talked about, if you guys are interested in numbers, she also has a guide as to how to read numbers. Okay, so I'll just give you a little synopsis of what she says. It says, our spirit guides and guardian angels guide us through our thoughts, our emotions, our insights, and our actions. Our guardians show us signs as a means of subtly, sometimes not so subtly, getting our attention in order for them to be able to guide us. One way that our angels attract our attention is by showing us physical signs, such as repeating sequences, which can appear in all manners of places. Numbers are all around us in our everyday lives. So it is not difficult for the angels to arrange them in a fashion that we take notice of. So I think that just kind of, she kind of gives a simple explanation, how numbers manifest and what they're, how to read them, more or less.
Yes. And I can add to that too, because many times it's like when the angels, for instance, want to have our attention, they are doing things that are out of the ordinary for us. So we can see 555, 111 all the time. We can feel that we are drowning in numbers, and numbers are very specific in that sense. And usually when you, like you said, when you get that what they really mean by showing you something, then they concentrate a little bit more on other ways of communicating maybe, or they even give you information in a different way, or keep on with angel numbers. Because for myself, I know that they tried to bring my attention on to them by showing me 111, 222, 333,
Right.
999, or the clock to be 22, because we kind of, here in Europe, we go with the 24-hour clock, so to speak. I think that's the military clock. That sounds horrible.
For us it would be military time.
but when they know that we are on track and we have kind of figured out part of the communication, they can talk to us very easily, but we are the ones that have trouble. So it's like in this dense reality we're living in the 3D vibration and dimension, it's hard for us to hear them clearly. So that's why they do what they do. They talk to us in the way they do.
I guess if you want to put it that way, yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Well.
Okay. Do you
Go
want
ahead.
me to advertise a little bit? Okay.
Yeah, go for the. I want to let everybody know if you called in and you haven't pressed 1, I'm going to assume you don't want me to take your call. And if you have, welcome. We'll be picking you up. So just give us a second or two, and then we'll be coming right to you guys. Okay, Ann.
Yes. Yes. Okay. So it's the bottom of the hour, and here are a few quick announcements. I promise to be quick. First of all, we'd love to talk to you, so call in at 213-943-3587. 213-943-3587. International callers dial +1 before the number, and you can call us for questions, get a free mini reading live on air, or why not, just chat with us, ask us a question, or share a story. If you want to talk with us, just like Sue said, please press 1, because otherwise we won't pick up your call. And you can, of course, listen live and text chat with us during our shows at scrollsofthesoul.com/live. scrollsofthesoul.com/live. And on today's show, we are talking about numerology and angel numbers. And we love to talk to you, so don't be shy. Call in at 213-943-3587. 213-943-3587. International callers dial +1 before the number, and to talk with us live on the show, press 1. And you can connect with me, Anne, or Sue for a personal paid reading if you want, and you can find us at scrollsofthesoul.com/Sue or scrollsofthesoul.com/Anne. And we have listeners in 27 countries. I'm really blown away by that. That's fantastic. It's kind of hard to imagine, but it's true. It's all around the globe. Actually, it's in all continents. So thank you, everyone, for honoring us with listening to our show. And our next upcoming show here on Scrolls of the Soul Radio is next Thursday, January 28th, 2021. And we will actually be welcoming special guest Carla Jansevan Rensburg, all the way from South Africa. How about that, guys? So now we have a new continent here again. And we will be talking about heart-centered living, plus your calls for questions and mini readings live on air with Carla. Carla is an experienced medium, clairvoyant artist, energetic healer, tattoo artist, and magical practitioner. So don't miss next week's show, guys. Thursday, January 28th, we'll with the special guest Carla Jansevan Rensburg, all the way from South Africa. And of course, you can go to scrollsofthesoul.com/upcoming to find out more about Carla and the upcoming show. And of course, we take your calls for questions and free mini readings live on air with Carla. And we be on same time as usual, 10 a.m. Pacific in the U.S., 6 p.m. London, 7 p.m. Sweden, and 8 p.m. Greece. 8 p.m. would be in South Africa too, actually. So that's wonderful. And you can always keep yourself updated on our upcoming shows at scrollsofthesoul.com/upcoming. And we are a live call-in worldwide radio show always. And today we are broadcasting from Arizona in the U.S. and Rhodes in Greece. And as we said, you can find us on YouTube. Search for Scrolls of the Soul Radio directly on YouTube and subscribe to keep yourself updated and like our videos. And we have on the channel page, we have actually made a few sections. So there are a section and we are starting to look for hosts. So if you're interested, I'm going to post a link at scrollsofthesoul.com/live as well in the chat room, so you can find that. And of course, you can read more about it on our website, scrollsofthesoul.com/host. Now, let's get back to the show. Talking too much as usual, right?
Yeah. No, that's okay. All right, I'm going to actually come over to our callers, so come over to you guys. Hello, caller. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Hi, ladies. Thank you for taking my call. My name is Patricia. I'm calling from Alabama.
Hi,
and
Patricia. How are you? Happy New Year to you,
Hi,
too.
Patricia.
I am doing well. Thank you, ladies. I would just like to ask for a general reading for the new year, please. Thank you.
A general reading. I'm actually going to draw cards for that. You don't mind.
Okay.
I think Anne's probably doing the same too. General reading.
Yes.
Huh. Well, are you ready first this year, or do you want me to go first?
It's okay. I can go first. Hi, Patricia.
Okay.
I'm here.
Hi.
Of course, this is going to be very general, but this is basically the general overall energies for this year. So it feels to be a very good energy, actually, and it's a very down-to-earth, practical energy. And are you married?
I am not.
You're not?
But I welcome.
Because I'm actually seeing a man here. So if you have someone you have on your mind, or if you don't, it feels to be like there's someone here that you can get to know this year. I can't say exact time. It feels like if you have the year in 3 sections, in the middle section, so to speak. So sometime spring, summer, autumn, sometime there. And it feels like this is a good year for you to seek out like-minded people. So if you are going through some kind of a transformation or changing things in your life, try to really figure out what things you want to keep. And that goes for things as well as people. And that can sound a little bit harsh sometimes, but it's not. Because sometimes we outgrow each other and we can actually bring more to many if we surround us with the people that are giving us energy back. And in general, this year is a year for positive change for you. And it feels like if you have been thinking about things in the past year and trying to move forward and you felt stuck, it's going to be better. But it feels to take maybe until autumn time before changes are being manifested in a way that you can see some signs that it's improving for real. I mean, I don't know if that makes sense to you.
Yes. I have not been in a long-term relationship for 3 years now, and so I welcome a partner. So yes, that sounds really, really, really good, and it all makes sense. Yes, thank you.
Good, thank you. Let's see what Sue has.
Actually, I've got something along the lines of family wanting you to know you're not alone, that you've been surrounded by loved ones who've been with you this whole time. So, but I think you know that. I think you already sense that there's a lot of family member around you.
Is that when you say around me? Do you mean on the other side or
Yep, on the
here?
other side. Yeah, on the
Yes.
other side.
Yes. Yes.
Because I just said, okay, I'm this is a general poll for Patricia. I'm not asking anything. I'm just going to pull a card and see what it is. And it says, you are not alone. And I'll read you what it says. We are here for you. We never left. Through all the sadness and loneliness, however, you cannot sense us near you or feel how much love we are sending you. We are your family and friends and guides. You never walk alone. We walk right beside you. So, but I think where they're wrong is I actually think you do set some family around you. Correct?
Yes. Yes,
Yeah.
I do.
Yep.
Since, yep, that is so true.
Yeah.
I do.
Yep. Yeah. I knew something wasn't completely right on this, but I know that family is definitely around you because it says you're not sensing it. I disagree. I think you do sense it, Patricia. There's always that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, I have to really tune into it because, and there have been times that I would, feel that loneliness. And when I do just think of my grandmother or my dad, I do feel a flutter in my heart of just that love. I could feel that when I speak to them, when I call out to them. So, and a lot of times when I get a reading, they do come in and they reassure me that, hey, I'm right here, and I thank them, So, yeah.
Right.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
Wow.
Thank you so much for that message.
Oh, you're welcome. You're welcome. And it's just, it's just one of those, they just want to continue letting you know that they're there. I was going to ask you, are you in Georgia?
I'm in Alabama.
In Alabama? Okay. How's it going there?
As far as the weather, you mean, or
just in general, how's it going in Georgia?
In general,
somebody told me to ask you, how's it going in Georgia?
In Alabama.
Alabama,
it's yes. I stay on the on the outskirts of Birmingham, and so it's raining. It's raining now. So it's one of those dreary type of days that you could just lie in bed. But overall, it's pretty good. We've dealt with or we're dealing with still COVID as best that we can, along with everyone else. So schools are some are completely out or completely remote. We have the county schools, city schools are completely remote. City schools are remote. Remote, and county schools are in. Half are in, some are remote. Just depend on, what they are dealing with as far as numbers and with the infection. So we're it's quiet where I am. So I love peace.
Oh, nice.
But overall it's
nice.
It's nice. Yeah, it is.
Oh, good.
It's nice.
Good.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, thank you, ladies, so much.
Thank you. Thank you for calling in, Patricia. We love hearing from you.
Yes. Thank you.
Thank you. Many blessings to you. I love you both, and continue to stay safe. We got to continue to stay safe.
You too.
Yes, and you too. And we love you as well. You know that.
Thank you.
Bye, Patricia.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Okay, Sissy. Let me grab our next caller. Hello, caller. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Hi, my name is Kay, and I'm the one that's in Georgia.
Hi. Isn't that weird? I'm asking about Georgia. That is so weird. And I'm like, why am I asking about Georgia? And clearly Patricia's in Alabama.
Yes, I'm the
that
one
was
in Georgia.
So weird. Okay, how's it going in Georgia? I don't know why I had to ask that about Georgia.
And it's pretty funny that it's pretty much kind of the same as Drury Day, but for the most part, we're doing good. We are the state that pushed the Senate in one direction, so either you have people extremely happy or people extremely disappointed. So
Well, I'm going to be neutral on that because this is a different platform. Okay. Otherwise, it could go in a direction I wouldn't want us to.
Exactly. I understand.
Be neutral.
Yes, but for the most part, things are going steady. Managing COVID as everyone else is. So.
Yeah. Right. So, what could we do for you, Kay?
I have a question, and I'm hoping for some guidance. I live with my partner. She and I have a wonderful relationship. It's actually, we've gone through things, and we're now back on track. And her brother lives here. And my question is, how long will he live with us? Did that sound bad?
Oh, no, not at all. I had a feeling that's the way you were going to state it.
I was trying to find a nice diplomatic way.
Well, I got to tell you what I hear. For Ann goes, because I hear her with the cards. I presume she's got a card for you. I just heard, as long as you let it.
Somehow I figured you were going to say that. I figured you were going to say that. I really did. I knew you were going to say until you're tired of it or until you.
Yep. Yeah. It's because out of the love for somebody else and family, those things we accept, because you love someone, But there's going to come a time where you've got to take that stand and say, okay, that's enough. Or put a time on it. Ask to say, hey, after this amount of time, whatever the plans are that person came in the first place, maybe set a date and work that out with your partner when exactly that date should be,
They're so attached, and there's this codependency and almost guilt level sometimes that I know she gets frustrated with him, and he's been very clear. He has no intentions of purchasing a home, an apartment, so he has no desire to move.
Oh yeah. So there's going to be, there's going to be disruption there after a while. I imagine. I'm just leaving it that way. Let me see if Ann has something a little more she could add to this. Ann?
Yes. Hi, Kay.
Just be brutally
I'm
honest.
here.
Just be brutally honest. I can handle it.
Yes. I didn't hear your question. I heard what you were talking about, but I didn't hear the question. So you asked about your partner that are doing something, and you asked about how long this is going to go on, right?
The brother living here.
Okay. I got it. Yes. I do have a feeling that when it comes to this, you and your partner have a very good foundation, and you feel to be having a wonderful time and be a wonderful match and everything. It feels like, when we are having the connection with each other, that it's not only the passion, so to speak, the physical passion, but it's also, it goes deeper. So you really have what it takes. I have a sense that, like Sue said, it feels exactly the same. He's not going to do anything about this as long as you are not maybe standing up a little more straightforward. with how you feel about it. And of course, I sense that he may be feeling very to his brother, and it's hard for him to say no. And I can get that, I can understand, but sometimes you actually are helping people to say when you are making a decision for yourself. And when one person in a relationship feels that, okay, we can't keep on like this, we need also to have him kind of move out and do his own thing. Like Sue said, set a timeline. You can do this with your partner, or if he's not willing to set a timeline, you can tell him that I'm going to set a timeline for myself because I can't take this much longer. It doesn't mean that I don't honor your brother, I don't feel for you or anything, but this is not working. And if one person says this is not working for me, then you have to sort it out. I feel that you will. I feel that you will come to a place, push it a little bit more. Come to a place where you have really honest and deep conversations. And instead of trying to blame when you talk, try to focus the conversation on how you feel this is affecting you. This is what happens to me. I have to, because I do understand that now we have been living here for some time, but now we have to think about ourselves as well. I can't keep on with this. We need to have a plan.
Okay.
I don't know if that makes sense for you.
It does make sense. I just and I think and my partner is a female, but I think for her, and sometimes I just gather from the conversation, it almost feels like she wants me to be the one that makes the decision because it's easier, but it's not easier for me because I would never be the one that want to say, okay, he got to go. But I know she gets very frustrated with him, very, very frustrated because some of the things he does, even if it's not intentional, it's just so freaking aggravating. So, okay.
She has a hard time saying no to him, right?
Oh, my God, yes. Yes. I mean, in the simplest things, it's like telling him, don't lay in our bed. I'm thinking, why would anybody have to tell you not to go and lie in the bed with the dog simply because we're not home? Simple things. Or if you're going to eat the last, make sure you those. And he's a grown man, so I know there's frustration. I just don't want to be the one that causes the issue. So, but I got it. I understand. So.
Well, Kay, have you? I have a question for you, love. Have you even brought this up to your partner at all?
No, not in that way. Yeah.
Oh,
no,
boy.
No, not to that way. It's like when she gets very frustrated, she'll say things, and I will try to be kind and polite and, say, well, okay, well, maybe you should do it this way. And if this is the case, then I understand. Well, I do understand. And I share with her that I appreciate what she's saying. But just knowing that it's not as simple as just saying I understand. So we're both feeling the same way, but neither one of us doing anything about it. So I guess I need to take that next step, what you're saying. Yes.
Right. And I'm not, I don't mean it like in a harsh way. It's you're in a relationship and, a third person is never going to work, and you're in a two-way relationship, I guess. If it was meant to be a three-way, it would have been designed that way. But, and look, I know it's not easy to approach these things, because you're trying to
that's the thing,
figure it out in your own head, like, how do I say this and not cause hurt? Is this going to cause an argument? But clearly you're unhappy too,
Yes.
And you're putting somebody else's feelings, before yours as well. So that's kind of tough, when you do that.
Yeah. I have something to add. Can I add something?
Okay, sure.
Very often we feel, when we have to say no to something, that can make us feel uncomfortable. But sometimes actually saying no before things are building up, because the energy of something, and that's also, tension and everything around that matter, it will build up with time, especially if there's a resistance of managing what needs to be taken care of, even if it feels uncomfortable. So I have a sense that you will feel a great deal of peace once you bring this up. And it doesn't mean that you have to fight over it or anything like that. I don't sense that you will, actually. And sometimes we have also a tendency to think that, okay, oh boy, I have to bring this up. This is going to be juicy. This is going to be a fight and an argument or everything. And then we do, and nothing happens, right?
Yeah. I tend to have the whole conversation in my head, how it's going to act, how you're going to respond. Already done it before I even say anything. So, I know. Okay.
Got it all planned out what they're going to say, right?
Yes. So
the problem
thank
is
you so much.
never right.
I'm never right on that one,
Yeah.
So I don't want to hold you guys up any longer because I know there's other callers in the queue, but I did thank you on this. And I kind of figured that's exactly what was going to be said. Nothing until I say something. And so I guess it's just that.
Yeah, unfortunately. I know, Kay. We completely understand where you're coming from. So we get it.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Thank you too, Kay. Thank you too.
Right.
Thank you.
Blessings.
Many blessings.
Thank you, Kay. Good luck.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Well, Sissy, it looks like I don't have any callers left. We're coming up to the top of the hour. Where do you want to go here?
I don't know. Do we have anything more to talk about? Yeah, actually, I'm a little bit curious. Do you want to talk a little bit about becoming a host here? Because we are looking for hosts.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, actually, everybody listening, I did post in our chat room at scrollsofthesoul.com/live, scrollsofthesoul.com/live. So we have made a video that you can look at, become a host, and we also have the same video, of course, on YouTube. So if you find us, you prefer to go to Scrolls of the Soul Radio on YouTube. On our channel page, you can find Become a Host video in the section. I think it's somewhere in the middle. You find it. And you can also go to scrollsofthesoul.com/host. And to talk a little bit more about being a host here, we did start this radio network. It's almost 2 years now, or is it 2 years, right? Yes, it's almost 2 years.
Yeah, I think so.
And,
I'm trying to think back. Yeah, I think it's 2 years, possibly 3. And because we first started off on another channel.
Yeah, and it's nice, but it's sometimes, we are like the ones that want to be in charge of everything, and that maybe is our karma and our life path, so to speak. So we are the ones that want to be in charge. So we did create our own radio channel, and if you're interested in becoming a radio host, it's very fun actually, and it's very inspiring, and you have the possibility to reach people all over the globe. So it's an online, internet-based radio. We are working through Blog Talk Radio if you want to check that out. And as I said, you can go to scrollsofthesoul.com/host to find out more. And, sometimes we think that we're not ready. But if we have had some experience in life, we always have something to share. And there's always someone else that would be interested in hearing our story, or even other people's stories, those who are calling in, because we always have things that we can share, no matter what. And our sense is also that people like to listen to hosts that are genuine, that are themselves. So, of course, there are some things that you can think of when you are going to do radio that is a good thing to learn. And if you have any hesitation about that, you are going to be taught here with us, and we are going to be with you. And some of the things actually that we can do for you is we train you to prepare you for hosting your own show.
Yeah.
We will run the studio for you, and we help you get your feet wet, and that means that everything in the practical realm, of course, what you're going to talk about, your show's name and things of that nature, that's going to be your thing. But we help you. And other hosts on the radio channel right now, it's Sue and I. We will, of course, promote you. So it's going to be a chain effect, so to speak. And we share on all our pages, such as Twitter, Facebook, Pinterest, and YouTube, and wherever we have for that specific moment. And we do also create all the promotional banners and images for you and your guests. We will set up the individual episodes on Blog Talk Radio for you. And when it comes to the caller lines live on air, we can have 50 people in the queue. And we also have a chat room, as you know, and that is for the website. So it's scrollsofthesoul.com/live. And you will be featured on our website along with other hosts. And right now we are featuring ourselves, of course, but you will be featured as well. You will have your own host page on our website. And a private host networking group on Facebook, or where it's somewhere on a social media where it's convenient and okay. And some technical support. So if you'd like to start your own show, go to scrollsofthesoul.com/host and fill out the form, and we come back to you with a suggestion for radio host consultation, which is, of course, for free, and we count around 55 minutes, so that can be plus minus a little bit. So we want to know what you are thinking about, and so we can talk with you and having a conversation back and forth, so to speak. So we would be more than honored if you would like to join us on Scrolls of the Soul Radio Network. Okay, Sissy,
yes.
I'm done.
Yeah, no, I agree. That would be, if you guys are interested, like Ann said, go check it out. The host page out on Scrolls of the Soul, if anyone's interested in having their own show. We would do all the behind-the-scenes work, like Ann said. So just putting it out there to let you guys know if anyone's interested. I'm going to move back to callers, okay? I think we got a few more.
Yes. Okay.
All right.
Wonderful.
Hello, caller. What's your name?
Hi.
Where are you calling from? Hi.
Camille
What's your name?
Camille in Oregon.
Camille. Hi, Camille. Welcome.
Thanks. So my
Hi,
question
Camille.
is, what might I expect happening in my relationship with a man called Mason in 2021?
You know what? While Ann's doing a card, I actually, it's strange. I actually got 2022. Is there a reason why something would delay 2021? Any travel or something out of the country?
Oh, I don't know anything about that.
Okay. Yeah, just 22 came out stronger than 21. Just what I heard. And from another country, from someone coming in from the other side of the world, so to speak. So they're not here yet. They're not here in the United States. So,
So the person I'm asking about is currently on a crab boat. So.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Interesting.
That's his current job. So.
No wonder I'm not seeing him physically here in the United States. It felt like the other side of the world, you know.
Oh, weird. Wild. Okay.
So, doesn't mean it's so. It just felt like it wasn't here. So it felt kind of other side of the world.
Okay. Interesting.
Let's see. Anne, do you have anything?
Yes. Hi, Camille. This is Anne here. And actually, this makes sense to me too. And sometimes we just give the messages we are receiving. And I'm doing the cards today here. So my sense was here, what I was told here was that work and career is interfering a little bit with the relationship. But of course, if he's on a crab boat, he's far away from you and you can't kind of interact. But it feels like when it comes to the love that you share, I feel that this year can bring you further commitment and more commitment if that is what you want to have together. So building more for the future. And how that will look like, it depends on what you want to do with it. So it can contain anything that you both desire to do. That makes sense. So that's a very wonderful energy. And it feels like the angels just say that keep being optimistic and keep nurturing this relationship, because it feels like right now there is, of course, that there are many things that are interfering and work and finances and career and all of that thing. But it's going to be different. I sense it's going to be different by the end of this year. So that maybe something have come along that you can be more together and you can be more like having an ordinary relationship, so you are more together. Okay?
Yes, I understand that.
I hope that makes sense to you.
It does. Thank you.
All right. Good luck.
Thank you very much.
Thanks. Okay. Bye-bye.
Good luck.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Okay, Sissy. One more call here. Hang on a second. Hello, caller. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Hi, ladies.
Hi, Melissa.
Hi, Melissa.
How are you?
Hi. I'm sorry about last time. Doing great. I'm always interested in numbers. I like when you talk about that because it's a never-ending story.
Yeah, it always is. Right.
Right.
What's going on?
They're trying to stay positive, girl. I need a clarification. And I'm sorry, but I'm happy that nothing happened with the one I spoke last year, in the beginning of the year. Cause I was really full of negativity and everything I went through over there.
Right.
And so thank you, Divine. Thank you, Divine. And of course I just observed. And before I called y'all, I got my mindset. I shouldn't say I heard a voice. Observe. It was kind of strange. But I have a question. So yeah, I did. Yeah, I told me that a lot. I have a question about somebody new, which I feel good about it, and yes, it came out true about 5-6 weeks ago when y'all said it. Do I still continue to try to be a friend? I mean, we I don't work there. It was just a small temporary job. And that's how I met him. And anyway, because something is also going on there, but I'm not there. It was just temporary.
Yeah.
So what do you see then? What do you see? Do you see like? I know he was in a car wreck. He went through a lot of emotional stuff. It was
Yeah.
pretty awful car wreck. I can't believe he survived it. But God is great. Divine helps. Divine is true. But
I don't know. I think we talked about this the last time too. There seems to be a lot of confusion here still, and I can't get a clear answer with this one. And even you seem to get confused with this. Is there no definitive like yes or no type of thing here, or are we moving forward, or is this a relationship? Like, is it so up in the air that you're not getting straight answers?
Exactly. I'm not getting a straight answer.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. I don't know what. Well, the other one didn't get a really straight answer. I keep getting the no. I was always confirming. This one I don't get an answer at all. It could be a surprise. But
right.
How about this? How about this hand? And to make your story short, I know you gotta go. Do you see us communicating like maybe phone to phone, or I can meet him somewhere? I like to be his friend. He's very picky. He's very picky. He's a little bit more upscale in his way of thinking. I'm willing to be his friend. Yes.
And if she's got something a little bit better than my answer, I guess. Anne, do you have anything you could add? I just feel like
I hope I have something. I feel I have something here. Hi, Melissa.
Okay. Hi, ladies.
Hi. And I do feel that you have. Sorry, I can hear you. What did you say?
No, Metron came onto my mind right now as you started to speak.
Okay. Wow. I have a sense that you have a special connection with this person. It feels like a strong connection, but also like you are very different, like two different people, personalities, characters, however you want to express that. And that can be something that's both intriguing and also awakening someone's curiosity, obviously, but also bringing on some challenges for the long term. But I have a sense that it's worthwhile to get to know each other and start off with friends. And you say he's kind of picky. Maybe he's someone who wants to have control over everything. That's what I'm getting around him. And sometimes we just need to put our guard down and let go of control. But that's up to him. It's nothing we can do anything about because, everyone has free will if we take it on that route. But I have a sense that you will start to connect a little bit and talk, maybe on the phone first. That's how it feels like. And if you sense that you can reach within each other, I have a feeling that you can meet up as well. But here's the thing. Don't do anything to adapt yourself. Just be who you are, because by doing so, you're going to get the answers if this person is someone who feels to be in alignment with you. And that's coming to you. It's not going to come from the outside. It's going to come for you. And whatever you feel, go with that. Sometimes we are taught that we try to show our best side. We're going to do this, we're going to do that. But the very best we can do is just be ourselves. And I have a feeling that there's potential here. But it's like in the very early stages, so like it's nothing decided, nothing concrete to put anything on. I don't know if that makes sense to you.
Yes, one more thing. Did you get a time frame, pretty please?
I couldn't hear that. A toe frame?
Did you get a time frame? Did you get a time frame?
Oh, time. Okay, time frame. I feel that maybe you can start talking now from any time. How it goes depends on both of you, of course. But if you just be yourself, I sense you can have good conversations, and that the answer will come in time. But it feels to start with the phone calls or maybe some text messages also before you meet up, and any time. So it feels like this can be from now up to a few weeks of time. Does that make sense?
Yeah, but I was thinking, I don't want to text him. I think I should let him text me. Do you think that?
Okay.
What do you think? What do you think?
My sense about that is that sometimes we tend to think that, okay, no, I'm not going to do anything because I wait for the other one, and that's okay. There's nothing right or wrong here. But if you have a longing to do something and you're waiting for someone else, that may make you up for being a little bit disappointed because it can take some time. Because many times, both parties may think of the same thing. Okay, maybe she's probably thinking that I'm going to make the first move, and I'm not going to do that. I'm waiting for her. I want her to show herself. So I don't know if that makes sense.
Yeah, it sounds like a movie. That's how I heard that in the movie. I think, you know what, when you were talking, ladies, I feel that's what he's thinking right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah,
probably.
Maybe that's why I can't get a straight message here, because there's so much going on, and Anne's probably correct in that. He's probably thinking the same thing. So, and you are sending out a lot of messages too. So I'm like, I can't pick up anything here because I'm not getting a straight message.
That's the first one. Yeah.
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 All right, we've got to wrap up though, because we're gonna run out of time here soon. But yeah, keep us informed, okay?
God bless you, beautiful lady.
Love you so much. Bless you.
Thank
you.
Thank you.
Okay. Yep. Sissy, I see that we're coming down to the wire here, so we should probably wrap up before we get kicked off.
I think we have actually, it's 17 minutes over the hour, 18. So I think we have 12 minutes. Yeah, if we take a call, it has to be a very fast one.
I don't have any more. I don't have any more callers.
Okay. So we wrap it up then.
Yep.
And we have a little longer time than usual, actually. So more than 10 minutes, that's a blessing. Thank you.
Yep.
And thank you, everyone, for participating with us today, interacting with us and calling in and, honoring us with your questions and trusting us with your questions. And today we have been talking about numerology and angel numbers, plus your calls for questions and mini readings live on air. And if we didn't have a chance to take your call, please, I'm sorry for that, please call into our next show. And our next upcoming show here on Scrolls of the Soul Radio is next Thursday, January 28th, 2021, with Soul Sister Show and host Sue and myself, Anne. And we will be welcoming special guest Carla Janse van Rensburg, all the way from South Africa. Isn't that fantastic? Discussing heart-centered living. Plus your calls for questions and free mini readings live on air with Carla, who is an experienced medium, clairvoyant artist, energetic healer, tattoo artist, magical practitioner. So be on with us next Thursday, 10 a.m. Pacific in the U.S., 6 p.m. London, 7 p.m. Sweden, and 8 p.m. Greece in Europe. And it's 8 p.m. in South Africa as well. So we are looking forward to actually have a guest from South Africa. We have listeners and maybe callers, but we didn't have a guest. So that's very intriguing. You can find out more info on scrollsofthesoul.com/upcoming, so you can read more about next week's show. And you can listen to replays of all our shows anytime at scrollsofthesoul.com/past. scrollsofthesoul.com/past. And keep yourself updated on upcoming shows at scrollsofthesoul.com/upcoming. scrollsofthesoul.com/upcoming. And of course, you can listen on YouTube. You can find full past episodes if we can make it within 24 hours, or it may take 48 hours to upload a full video, or you can find upcoming episodes as well, so small, short teasers. And if you'd like to connect with me, Anne, or Sue for a personal reading, you can find us at scrollsofthesoul.com/Sue or scrollsofthesoul.com/Anne. And again, if we didn't have a chance to take your call, please call into our next show. And we'll be back next Thursday, January 28th, 2021, with special guest Carla Janse van Rensburg. Sissy, do you have anything you want to tell the listeners before the show ends?
Just again, like Anne has said, and I've said in the past, thank you everyone for entrusting your questions with us. We really do appreciate it, and we're quite honored that you call in and ask us questions. And for those around the world as well, we thank you for listening in. We really do appreciate it. Quick shout out to my mom. Angels watch over you all night long. Sissy?
Yes, and I say love, light, peace, and joy to all of you. Thank you so much. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.